Dusan Popov was a Serbian triple agent who worked for the British, the Germans, and the exiled King of Serbia during World War II. Codenamed Tricycle by the British and Ivan by the Germans, his true loyalty was to the Allies. His pivotal role in the deception operations prior to the Normandy landings undoubtedly saved thousands of lives. Popov came from a family of wealthy industrialists and lived an international playboy lifestyle. After an undergraduate degree in law, in 1934 he enrolled at Freiburg University in Germany to pursue his doctorate. Here he met and befriended Johann Johnny Jebsen, another son of wealthy industrialists, and the man who would bring him into intelligence work shortly after the outbreak of war. Both men despised the Nazis, and Popov was briefly imprisoned by them in 1937 on suspicion of being a communist. Jebsen's role in securing his release cemented the men's close friendship. Returning to Yugoslavia to practice law, Popov next met Jebsen in 1940 and was surprised to discover that the latter had joined the Abwehr, German military intelligence. Jebsen assured Popov that it was merely for convenience and recommended that Popov should do likewise, since the Abwehr had an interest in recruiting him. Popov acquiesced and immediately offered himself to MI6 as a double agent. It seems certain that Popov and Jebsen had a clear understanding that any information Jebsen passed to Popov was to be passed on to the Allies. There's lots more to come in this video, but please consider subscribing. Thank you. Popov relocated to London, and the two would meet in Lisbon periodically, where Popov and Jebsen would feed MI6 disinformation to their Abwehr handlers. Neutral Portugal was a hotbed of espionage throughout the war. From 1941 to 43, together with Popov's brother Ivo, they ran a double-agent recruitment program in Yugoslavia. Popov would refer recruits to Jebsen, who would have them trained in Berlin by the Abwehr. Once in the field, they would work for the Allies. Popov was a crucial part of Operation Fortitude, the Allied disinformation campaign to persuade the Nazis that D-Day would take place at Calais rather than Normandy. Disaster struck when Jebsen was lured to Lisbon and arrested by the Abwehr. The British assumed that Popov and Operation Fortitude had been exposed and shut down all his activities. But intercepted German transmissions suggested that the Abwehr still regarded Popov as an asset and were more interested in financial frauds that Jebsen was involved in. They had no idea that they had been completely penetrated by the British. Jebsen heroically revealed nothing under interrogation, even though it may have saved his own life. He knew everything about the Normandy disinformation campaign, but he knew that if he exposed Popov as a double agent, his friend was a dead man walking. Operation Fortitude was restarted and was a huge success for the Allies. The unfortunate Jebsen was last seen in February 1945, being taken from Sachsenhausen concentration camp by the Gestapo. Popov said nothing of his wartime activities until 1974, having believed that MI6 forbade it. His exploits had already been Ian Fleming's inspiration for James Bond. 007 was the last three numbers of Popov's uncle's phone number in Belgrade. Later declassified documents from British secret archives confirmed that his wartime escapades were every bit as remarkable as the fictional super agent that Popov provided the inspiration for.